Hmm. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Tuesday with Delenn Russell. This is your midday slot, and I figured that even though I'm a little bit late due to taking some meds and just trying to get my feet under me, it seems like everything under the sun wants to update this morning. Oops. Good morning.
Hello there.
Good morning, CJ Bot. How are you doing this morning? Or this afternoon, depending on where you are. As you can hear, I'm a little bit rough still, so I am going to spend most of the day chilling out, I think. As you can see from the lighting, I did not actually take the time to fuss around with the setting up of the new Elgato key light, but we will hopefully have that done as soon as possible. So the plan for today will be taking things kind of slow, and it looks like we're a little depleted on some of our resources after building the thingamajig yonder. What do we got? Yep. And we always have cooked chicken, so we can always deposit that. So a little bit of puttering.
Hello.
But I think we are quite low in the glass category and the sand category, as well as Fantastic Sherlock Fox said he could use some of the same. So we're going to do a little bit of that and some running around and cleaning up random supplies. Like these ones are set out separately because it's all the stuff from the mod farm underneath. So yeah, that's probably what we're going to do. Now, do I have any more chicken that needs cooking? One. Okay. Hello, sir. Here, you can get out of the way. I'm going to take the feathers too. Do you have one that's currently running? Just throw that in there. What I think I'm going to start out with is doing a quick check. Yeah, we've got room for some more shulker boxes, so let's make up a few more of those, and then we'll get on our way. I guess we need to do a quick tools check to see if we've got enough shovels and such, and I think, let's see, toolbox. Yeah, we are short on shovels, so we need to do that before we go anywhere. So let's take out the toolbox. We need that as well. Let's start with the shulkers. We had, how many do I have in here? 2? Okay, so I can use 7 more. 14 of these. Good morning, Fantastic Sherlock Fox.
Hello.
Oh, and good morning, sorry, good afternoon, and good day to you, Jen, as well. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Oops. There we go, that works. So good morning as well, Jen. I'm hoping I won't end up in the middle of a coughing fit, so if you guys get a sudden either disappearance of face cam crossed with microphone mute, that's one possibility, or if you get a really rather sudden unexplained jump to BRB screen, that's what happened. That's probably the easiest way of putting it. But otherwise, we're going to try and power through, because I missed you guys a lot. A lot. So it's good to be back. I know we're not doing anything super, adrenaline rush or anything like that. How's the rockets? Ooh. But on the other hand, it's definitely something that we can work towards. Oh, I guess I spent my cap. Okay. I like to try and keep 2.5 stacks of emeralds for the beacon base. So I've spent my cap in emeralds, which means that in order to get more for shovels, I'm going to need to probably go and trade up some iron with the iron folks around here. So hopefully that'll work. And I have not slept in a coon's age, so let's see if I can at least get something. Well, okay, we'll see whether or not that counted. I kind of suspect it won't. But that way we won't have a whole lot of phantoms and such. I was looking for something and I don't remember what I was looking for. No? Aha! Would rather not. That's a little bit pokey. Okay. Let's see what we can get from iron from the iron farm. Aw. Oh, so nice of JBT. Apparently he's the sleeper of the day. That's pretty cool. Although JBT tends to be on server and not actually in streams, when I am live, he tends to be very on the money when it comes to sleeping overnight, so I do think I owe him a good-sized thank you at some point. 29. No overflow yet. Okay, that's no problem. We will dig into the backlog. The more I think about it, the less I'm happy with where I put the portal, but that's okay. We will just leave it there for now, and maybe someday I'll move it. Maybe I won't. I don't know. I haven't really decided that one. Alright. Hey dudes, do you want some? What have you got? Toolsmith for shovels. Efficiency 2, Silk Touch 2, and Unbreaking 2. Actually, that's not bad. The heck? Huh. Interesting. I've added a mod intended that I was going to use it to figure out from the traders, not traders, sorry. Well, yeah, I guess. The librarians, what their best trade was. And unfortunately, they, I put it in English. Unfortunately, I just haven't used that part yet, haven't got that far. And yeah, it turned out that it's added a couple extra buttons I'm not familiar with. So I have to, at some point I need to figure out what those buttons do. Oh, they haven't been on very long. Looks like I'm still using the sound from the wrong input. No, I don't want the default. I can hear it, but I want to not hear it. There we go. Okay, now I don't have double sound going on. For some reason, somehow, I thought we had at least 2 of these guys, possibly full complement, but I cannot find the other 2, so I think they must have escaped and gone AWOL ages ago, and I just hadn't noticed. So at some point we're going to have to breed up a couple more of these guys. But for now, these will do. I haven't even checked to see which of the armor guys I lost, because some of them had some pretty good trades, and I'm kind of hoping it wasn't the boot guy. Because that would be a shame. Well, don't be in my face then. Nope, this one. Marks all global. Yeah. Trades for all global bookmarks until all resources are exhausted and no more trading is possible. Oh! Well, that's cool. So in theory, I could actually set the trade for emeralds like this as the bookmarked one. They would just trade for it. That's pretty cool. I have to read about how to do that a little bit more. Or I dig into using a feature like that. I know we have enough that if I see the shovel guy again, then I will try and just get the shovels from him while we're at it. So what have you guys been up to in the last week or so? I've been quite curious to hear. I've been trying to stay up on the Diecraft Discord, but that doesn't mean that I know everything. In fact, it means I know very little. I'm just kind of curious, at least what have you guys been up to this past weekend? That's probably even easier. You're the only one. No. Everybody else is like, nope, nope, don't want to keep anything. Not anymore. Okay, weapons guy. Where did Toolsmith? Nope, you're not the Toolsmith I want. Sorry. I keep getting the wrong guy. Let's go back outside. Outside, please. Or not. Sure. Okay. Toolsmith, are you the one I want? No. Are you the one I want? Yes. If you could stock up more shovels, that'd be appreciated. Efficiency 2, Silk Touch, and Unbreaking 2. So I could at least combine these 2 if I wanted. What's the other guy got? Forgot about that. Nope, nope, wrong one. 1. Oh, that's not going to get me to what I need. I guess. With a beacon, that might not be too bad. Didn't see 2 shovels. Ooh. That'll work. Where's the guy with the really good shovels, though? No, not you. I want more of these. These are the really good shovels. And I need... Somebody trade me. Thank you. The last I can get out of them. Nope, where's the efficiency 2 guy? Nope, wrong one. This guy, come on. Oh, you're still sold out. Sir, could you please? Okay, let's see, what do we got? Just put those over there. It sounds weird, or looks weird, but this is what I'm up to, so let's see. So if we combine these, we get an efficiency 3 and breaking 3 shovel, which is kind of nice. There's no mending on these, but that's okay. And then these are just efficiency 2, so that'll get them, if I get another set of 3, then I can take these up to efficiency 4 after I combine them. So I just want one more set of those, or at least one. That'd be nice. Come on, dude. Is that you? Nope, wrong one. This one? Aw, man. I'd only get 1 shovel out of him anyways. Boo! Oh, you're probably pricing. Okay, let's just do some combining. I think I've got enough levels for this. Don't! Are you serious? All I want is sand mining tools. Seriously, people. Alrighty. Oh, then I guess it's detour time. That was not what I intended, but that's okay. It'll do the trick. Yeah, there's no... useful there. Okay, what do we got? Head chicken, huh? Actually, let's do 5 on the other side. Just get him out of the way. Just taking a quick boo at my... Aha. Okay. Find where I put the question of the day. I have no idea where I put that. I thought I had a question of the day sheet. Okay, well, I guess I don't. There it is. Properties. Okay, so I'm actually going to paste this in rather than using the random one. Because it's in the wrong spot anyways. Yeah. Where will this be? You guys will probably see this briefly, so give me a quick second to get it moved. And let's put that over here. That'll work. Alright, so today's question of the day, it's poor text, but there we go, is what do you greatly enjoy doing that you wish you could do more? What do you greatly enjoy doing that you wish you could do more? I copy pasted it because that's the question of the day sitting on my Discord right now, and just highly curious. one of the things I would say if I could do something more is probably knitting. Ah. Okay, let's try and move that again. There, now it's not going to interfere with the song. All right. Perfect. So, yeah, I greatly enjoy knitting. Now, obviously, I would love to have more time for Minecraft. I really enjoy Minecraft, but sometimes Minecraft you need a bit of a mental reset, mental reboot to make things exciting again. Why am I carrying a bucket? There must have been a reason at some point. Oh. 2 sets of celebrity siblings. Okay, let's take the geek out and move it. Alerts. Geek out, you're going to go over here as well. Maybe not. They're not in the middle of the screen, that's really useless. I'll put it up there and then we'll just make chat a little smaller probably. Live. Chat. You can go shorter. There we go, close enough. Alright. So the geek out then is engendering a rather random conversation, but it says name 2 sets of celebrity siblings. So you got Mary-Kate and Ashley Olsen, and then a fairly straightforward one would be Donnie and Marie Osmond. It says siblings, it doesn't have to be twins. I mean, in that case, you could even go with like Hanson and the Smothers Brothers. How's that for 2 different eras? I was going to derail on chicken, and I didn't. Have we done the meat yet? Yes. You can just go in here. I'm not sticking around. Okay, so we're making a quick run. Usual squirreling to Ender Ender and the shopping district. Northwest. Okay, we're good. Ah, slight detour, unintentional. Whoa. You think the Lava King's been having a little bit of fun? So I'm going to assume this is CJ's. CJ, is that your handiwork? Pretty impressive. Ah! Guess what I found? I'm not going to rescue him at the moment, but... Bees! Okay, so for Fantastic Sherlock Fox's edification, that's CJ's lovely big portal. And here is the portal to the end. Okay, that's one. I can't remember who the neighbor is at the moment. But it's easier if you go to CJ's and then come across underneath the rails. Fantastic Sherlock Fox was a little confused on how to find the Ender Ender. Tom being nice, quiet, and unassuming. Yeah, that's very Tom. I like it. Alright, so then we can just come through. If you haven't been very far, or you want to show up here when you're done, make sure to set your spawn. I did set a spawn at my base, so I can always rinse and repeat. Okay, there we go. One lonely set of stairs. cute. Alright, and then you get little signs. Dino's that away. And Ross, sorry. Dino Ross. And then the Ender's this away, kind of. It's sort of south, but you don't want to walk yourself off the edge of the island. Because it looks like 120 is coming next week, I don't know how soon it's going to make it to this particular world, like to the server world. There's a lot of excitement going on, so it could be sooner than I expect. But because it's coming fairly soon, we'll probably spend some time this week doing a bit more, like everybody else, a bit more netherite mining in here. I know I've got nice tools and uniform. Oh boy. Armor and such. Would be nice if either we ended up with extras or Fantastic Sherlock Fox was able to have some as an option. But we're just aware that he would need to get it applied before we upgraded the server. Otherwise, he's got to deal with all the other lovely fun of either finding someone else who's been brave and gone to a bastion and spending some diamonds on them, or else, going and doing a bastion on his own, which is not on his own, but like actually going and doing that, which is not something that I believe he has experience in. I don't, so don't know how high it is on his to-do list. And given that my armor guy is kind of missing, or a pair of them are missing, then getting diamond armor at my base is not as easy as it used to be. A little more work with the fact that I moved the librarians, so there's a bit more back and forth going on. Let's see if I can just get these. Alright. Go here and make a mess. Okay, that one's been combined. Let's go this one. 2, 2, yeah, there we go. 3. Really? We have a lot of really good streamers from Dadcross community. We're being a little quiet there. Starting to clog up a little bit, so we're all going to need ourselves a hydrate just to try and clear everything up.
2, 4, 6, 8, everybody hydrate!
That's for everybody. If I actually open my coffee, that could help. And I have no idea what I'd set to, whether it's coffee or whether it's water right now. Coffee! Yay! For once, the thing on screen actually matches. Alright. Let's get some good XP. Yes, I know we have a tossing system that's not sucking away the pearls at the moment because it's full, and that's intentional because, yeah, I'm just dumb and it's Delenn-proofing it for me at the moment to be able to have it turned off. Right, let's see what we can do. That would have made sense to actually be, repairing things. Okay, so 3, 3. A 3. Make this into a 3 at least. Not ideal, but it'll do. I get myself 1. Oh, phooey. Did that wrong. Oh well. Earl, you hold that space. So this one, and where did I put it? This one. Efficiency 4. Fiddle. Oh well. And I need 18 for that. Of course. Another hydrate? We can handle that. Let's press this button because that should have played
2,
on
4,
the air.
6, 8, everybody hydrate!
Mmm. Mmm. Yum. Yum, yum, yum. Check that one off. And it appears to be counting up. That's good. Alrighty. Thank you very much for the hydrate. I appreciate that. I mean, I guess technically one could say that if I'm having coffee, I'm dehydrating. Uh-oh, Jen has points to burn. She's doing this. Sit up straight! And stretch it out. I don't know if you want to see that one. So it looks like now that I've added the pictures that my actual stretches and things are not working properly, which is not good. I have to fix them. I'm not gonna fix it right now. Just go like this, and where'd the tool go? I just had a tool screen. There we go. We wanted... Can't spell. Nope, it definitely failed. Interesting. Apologies everybody for that not working. I'm a little confused. Because it thinks it ran, but it didn't actually run. That's odd. Usually if I manually run things, it should work just fine, but it didn't. So, well, I guess I have something to do in between streams. It's probably as sick as I am. Thanks for the heart, Jen. I appreciate that. I'm going to bounce these two. Haha. We can all use a stretch now and again. Not to mention it's also a polite signal going, get with the program! Move! This is boring! It may not be the intent, but it has that side effect. At least it's not as noisy as it could be. The other thing that's funny is I don't know what sound I've got muted that has them not making their weird, oops, staring at you death noises kind of thing. There we go. And I'm kind of glad I have that staring at you thing dealt with. There we go. Let's see what we got. Okay, so those two are good. I wanted to combine those two. Get us a better efficiency, which isn't actually... That's a stupid waste. Okay, I'm breaking 3 on it, and that's it. 18 if I go that way. Oh, well, it's 18 regardless. Whatever. Okay, so we now have efficiency 4 and 2 efficiency 3s. I've got a beacon, and this one's mendable, so I guess that's not too bad. If I grab a couple more, then I have the option to go over to the library and get some mending books for those shovels, and then we're generally out of here. Let's turn on the tool. There we go. Do a little bit of cleanup, right? 27 will not be enough. Pardon me, sorry. Let's see if we can get a few more levels and then we'll leave.
Hello?
Hello, Creef. How are you doing? How was your Tuesday? It is still very early for me. Doing the math here. Hang on a second, man. Isn't it crazy late for you? Like late at night? I never remember. Fortunately, my world clock on the corner was only offering me 2 extra time zones, not 3. I guess for any of those that you had a long weekend, how was your long weekend? And for those that didn't, how was your work week going so far? Tuesday was relatively uneventful? Relatively. Okay. But that's good to hear that it was uneventful. Though I'm kind of curious, relative to what? Could be worse, I guess. I know some of our usuals, like Scribbler, are on vacation this week, taking some time and taking some trips. So it's, so Creef, I'm actually curious, how cold is it getting in your neck of the woods? We're starting to get super hot temperatures up here. Although, I mean, I admit I've had a fever up and down for the last week or so. But it is definitely still numerically hot outside. It's not my imagination. But how is it getting in South Africa? Okay, it's not all that bad. For us, that's like probably about 15 minutes to half an hour before our usual dinner hour, so that makes sense. But I'm curious to know, how cold is it yet? Would you agree with Jo in Australia doing her crying all around about using an electric blanket? I laughed because she said, it got down to single digits, and I went, uh-huh. But, it's all relative, right? It's what you're used to, and if you guys are used to more heat than we get, then you're gonna be used to less cold. That's really all it gets. I think I've upset these guys a little bit. Scared of the cold? Nah. I would say probably not scared of the cold. I mean, in all honesty, I'm scared of the heat, so it's a good trade-off. And on the bright side, your world wasn't on fire, so that's good. That's actually the other part that's made recovery from this, whatever I've got, a little bit harder, was just that within the last couple of weeks we've had forest fire smoke coming through as well. So even though I had allergies and then you add the forest fire smoke on top of that, then if you pick up a cold, it's just not going to go well. Like, you're going to be sick for longer. So it just took a deeper hold than it needed to. But hey, got some meds on Friday. We're all good. And somehow, I think we lost ourselves a piece of carpet. That's not good. Okay. Let's not run away. Okay, carpet. There. Now the Enderman can actually stand there. Alright, and making sure I don't toss my sword. That would just be not a whole lot of fun. Not too cold? Ooh. Well, I mean, for anybody who's doing late season garden growing, that would not be ideal, because you don't really want anything below about 5 Celsius, or your plants can freeze, yeah, they can freeze before it actually gets to freezing point. Science and all that. My favorite did you know item, and probably you guys did know, but one of my favorite did you know elements is apparently the density of water is actually at its greatest at 4 degrees Celsius. You would think that it would be most dense when it turns into a solid, but it's actually at 4 degrees rather than at the solid. It actually spreads out more. I thought that was kind of a neat thing, which explains why if you've got a plant that's been watered up and it's all stiff, full of water, and then it freezes, you can actually get the cells to pop, which is why your stems will suddenly go limp and your plant dies. Which isn't necessarily the case of overwatering. It could just be, you know, watering too much too close to a cold temperature, so the cells don't have any opportunity to handle that. Yeah, I thought that was pretty cool when I learned it. Okay, we got 50 levels. If I can't get enough to do what I want in that space, then tough luck. So I'm gonna get out of here. Is this one empty? Empty, empty, empty? Yeah, turn it off. Alright. I think that's it. Hey, Scrublord! Didn't expect you to check in. Welcome. Welcome, welcome. Glad you could drop by. Oh yeah, definitely jacket weather. For sure. For sure. I'm a kind of person where you'll catch me wearing a jacket if there's the slightest bit of breeze. Oh, heads up, Fantastic Sherlock Fox. It has not always been this way, but I tried running off this end and at one point, and I was really lucky that I stopped in time, because, yeah, looks like it's pretty easy to go right off the end here. If I can actually get my brain to work. There we go. But yeah, I'm the kind of person, if there's any slightest breeze, you'll catch me wearing a jacket. Anything below maybe about 15. So yeah, I'm one of those people. I'll wear a sweater at over 20, easily over 22 or 23. But that has to do with air movement. Like if it's blowing a breeze past me of any sort, fans or whatever, I will be cold enough to wear a sweater. Or just a windbreaker, I guess, would do. So I keep meaning to do it. I keep talking about it and I keep meaning to do it. But at some point I'm going to order a pair of sleeves. So you can actually buy sleeves that you just pull on with your t-shirt. And you can just use them like a little bit of windbreaker kind of thing or whatever. So I'm tempted to do that sort of thing. I mean, the ones out there that I have my eye on actually also have sun protection factor in them because I burn well and I am still peeling from our vehicle rally in April. Yay! Oh, this is bedtime.
Hello.
Hello. Hello, Mankey. How are you doing? I am attempting to continue to be well and still recovering from a cold, so every once in a while I need to pause for extra hydrates or whatever. How are you doing, fine sir? It is probably a good hour for you. Let's see what time it is. Oh, not too bad. It's only about 10 to 6 p.m. in the UK. That's not bad. I'm puttering a little bit, doing some cleanup, just because I wasn't sure how... Oops. Oh. Yeah, that's good. Pardon me. I wasn't sure how well my voice and such would be able to hold up for a stream, so we'll just take it easy, see how it goes. And I needed some materials after I did the Abbey and Monastery build, so it's a bit of a grinding stream as a way of chilling out and just doing a bit of a test. So, no, I'm trying to close the door. I'm not spend rockets, silly. So I'm just going to take a quick run to spawn, drop off some chicken and feathers, and check the mail, that sort of thing, and then we'll, pardon me, we're going to head off to some spot I haven't picked yet for doing some mining of sand, because, you know, people need glasses. I have villagers I could probably buy glass blocks from, but then it means I have to try and get enough of everything else to trade with them, and I don't have farmer villages for trading right now. That would be sensible, but I don't. Okay. No mail, no mail. That's okay. One of these days, Fox, you and I will get together, and we'll get you ahead. Oh, yeah. But Mankey, my fine friend, what have you been doing in the gap between seasons, or what do you call them, on the Halcyon Heights server? I know that definitely there's a break, but there's been a variety of things that people from Halcyon Heights have been doing in the meantime. Did you succumb to more of the Vault Hunter's bug, or did you get to something else instead? Oh, hello, B Silver Bee. Well, thank you very much for the welcome back. I appreciate that. Let's see. Can I get 16s out of this? Sort of, maybe? 15. That'll work. 1, 2, 3. Ooh. There we go. 16, 16, 16. It's free, so I don't mind the as stacked being completely out to lunch. So let's just throw this one in the corner there. I'm one of those ones who always puts the oddball stuff in the bottom corner, just so that when I don't get a correct amount, then it will work. Okay, so 64, and we'll throw that odd one in the corner. There we go, yeah. So free cooked chicken. Yeah, who needs KFC when you've got CFCs? And nice and environmental CFCs. Alright. Nothing super notably new down here, so that's good. I am just waiting to see who it is that races to build a shop that has the service of copying templates for the new armor trims and stuff. I have my private bets on who it's going to be, but I'm not actually saying that much. Sorry. This just made me chuckle, so I will admit that's my sign. Do we have any chickens today? Oh, we have lots of eggs. Okay. I still have lots of eggs too, but I figure I'm not going to fuss with it. Pardon me. Oh, I know. I was like, it's really quiet. And that's because I turned off the chickens for my base and forgot that I'd set that globally. Alright, so before I get too far, what time is it here? Middle of the day, that's not bad. Give me just 1 second to quickly clear my throat and I'll be right back. Sorry about that. Okay, so what we need to find is, hopefully, what do we have? Something, somewhere. Does anyone who happens to be on... I'm going to read Mankey's comment about where he's at and what he's up to fairly soon here. Does anyone happen to have, before I go out towards Joe's, happen to know off the top of their head a spot that has been pre-marked for industrial sand digging? I don't know if I have that one handy. So Mankey Hamster says, I have a big project on my own server, building 2 massive dragons, the Dragon Rider, ooh, and the Void. Wow. Those are going to be very, very big. I think that's going to be awesome. Yes, it's on the spreadsheet. Thanks. Helpful. So I'm going to look on the spreadsheet. I just have to dig up said spreadsheet. So it's funny, that's all. Where did the... Java... pins... It's not pinned. Where's the pin? There we go. I'm the fool that made it get pinned, so yeah. I should know that. Okay, what have we got? In the... That's okay. No, that's fine. I wasn't sure if you said... if you knew it well enough to say, oh, it's out near so-and-so's place. No worries at all. Okay, what have we got? Stormy, raid, blah, 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 resource gathering. Lots of sand. I like that. Sand and red sand. So there's a couple of different spots. Okay. I'm gonna write these down. Actually, because it's under my nose, that makes even more sense. This one, and this one. Sort. Where am I finding this? I can't find it. Oh, I can just find the button I'm looking for, that's all. I don't care, I'm not showing people that. The thing where it's speaking at you going, you are now signed in as this account, which is exactly what caused me the problem before when I was trying to, there we go. Oh. Sure. Nope. That was what exactly caused me the problem before when I was trying to look at something else on a spreadsheet and it was popping up and showed off my personal address, which is not what I wanted. Okay. 3050, 1946. Well, negative 3050, 1946. 15, 13, 15. 1946. Okay. Way out. Wow. Okay, so out here. Sand 1. Duh. Well, that would be sensible. Hang on a second. So if I did sand 1, did I actually also put in sand 2? Sand and red sand. I did. Well, looky there. Somebody was too smart for her own good. Fantastic Sherlock Fox, if you could weigh in and let me know what kind of sand you want. Do you want just the yellow, or do you want the red as well? If the intent is glass, then yellow is probably all you need, but if the intent is doing other things with it as well, then you may want both. So I'm going to do some for you and some for me. And I know he's in meetings and stuff this morning, so if I don't get a response, then I'll just go for the yellow and call it a day. One of the fun things about modded is if you don't have enough of the right kind of sand, you just take the regular stuff and then you put red onto it. Depending on the mod program you're using, or mod pack, sometimes you can do it with dye. Other times you can do it with blood. Yours, which is kind of a sketchy way of doing it, but hey, it works. You can imagine in the ones where you make it with your own blood, I definitely did not build anything out of red sand or red sandstone at that point. Because, yeah, yuck. Definite yuck. There was reasons for it, though. You could also use zombie flesh. So, that was not too bad. Okay, sand 1 was here. Where did I put sand 2? I'm using Zero's minimap most of the time. But I also have Journey Map in here. I just don't have all the waypoints in Journey Map. But this is kind of neat. I've got these set to like a world local, so they're always going to show up on the world map, but they won't show up in my mini map on the corner, so I don't have a ton of stuff going around the edges. Okay, where is this? This is Poodle Pirates. Okay. It's out near Poodle Pirates. It's probably the best place then. I called the other one S2, didn't I? That's spawn. I can't seem to find S2 today. This. Mangrove and sand mining, okay. That's out near Tom's. No, that's terracotta mining, okay. It's not Tom's. Tom's is saying it's down here. Okay, well, we're not getting a feedback at the moment from Fantastic Sherlock Fox. And I don't need mangrove. Actually, it might not be a bad idea while I'm out there. Mangrove and sand, let's go to M1. I know it's way out there, but, wouldn't hurt to have mangrove wood. I've got some propagules, but it's a bit of a pain in the butt to farm those locally, as in like setting up a wood farm for that. So we can always use more supplies. Supplies, yes. I don't know why, but ever since I heard somebody say supplies in that tone of voice, I've actually been caught doing that. It sticks in my head. It's like somebody had said surprise. I'm going to try and shortcut it out by heading out to Tom's and then flying from there. Over here. Out. Out, please. Oh, dang spot. Oh, whoa. Okay. What's this? Nope, that's chicken tendies. Spawn. Oh, Stormy. Okay, so I'm way out. I teach Tom. Well then. That might be even smarter. Okay, so then Hobozim and chicken tendies is where it's at. Oops, that's not what I want. I want this one. That one, edit. I need to make it actual local, so that will show on the mini-map. And we are going north. Right? Yes. Alright, there we go. We're off. Finally! She's off. An hour later, she's off. Thanks, Grief. That's helpful. Very, very helpful. Ooh. Pretty stuff up top. Pretty stuff at the bottom. And somebody's got a generator. Nice. Ooh. Uh-oh. This is why I don't fly in the nether anywhere except on the roof. I have never built one of these, and so I always keep forgetting this combination to get the result. And I'm going to need that at some point, so I might as well file it there. Okay. So now we go in the other side, and then we fly out. So if I'm in here, I should be looking for the M1 tag. M1, edit, you make local. Okay, confirm. Done. Dude. Not nice. Oh, no, we're in here. I can stick it. Do you have a box in here? Any sort of box? Nope. Plenty of places to put things. Right, throw that up there. Sure. All right. Map. How far are we from? Not too bad. M1 should be north, I think. Yeah. Excuse me. All right. Oh, 7 rockets might not be enough. Let me get my box. Box of stuff. Where are we going to? Oh, I was curious to ask what sort of sand you would like. So we've got the red and the yellow, and which one of those you would prefer, or both, or whatever. Depending on what your use case is, you may want a little bit of each, so that's why I was asking. And it's not just for you, I'm getting some for me too, so that'll be the plan. And I wasn't able to get a response. Well, a little late now. It's all gonna be glass? Okay, then it doesn't really matter. Generic house brand. Cute. Sometimes I talk too fast. I was realizing that one of the things that I did have time to do was, oh, maybe not. Wow, okay. I think I know why there's a portal out to it. I'm only gonna do this once. Holy moly. Yeah. Knockoff sand is okay. Wow. Okay. I am being really stupid. Let's back this up and actually take a portal, because others will be here all day. Yeah. This is dumb. Not to mention, apparently I forgot to put the chicken tendies on the overworld map. Yay! The hobo zims and chicken tendies, yes. Yeah. She spends an hour getting to the sand. This is dumb. Lifelong celebrity bachelors? Huh. That's an interesting one. Sorry, the Geek Out has been changed, and it is now for lifelong celebrity bachelors. Ouch. Ouch. I mean, that goes for quite a number of them. Okay. Get back in here. Oh, whoops. Oh well. We're on this side now. Okay. Let's see. Where are we here? Not what I wanted. I want this row, and I want way over here. Okay, so let's go you, add, mangrove, and sand mining. And I'm just going to put these in, assuming that they're roughly accurate. One local for now, and then we'll deal with it later. I don't know if I actually have the sand and red sand already in here. I can spell correctly. Minus 88. Minus 1309. Charlie Sheen. Yeah, for sure. And then, okay. What else have we got? Add. What's the other one I wanted? I can't remember. Lots of sand. Ah. Sand. We've got minus 381. 240, 243. Okay, now I've got some spots. Did I get? Yes. Oh, that'll do. That will do. All right. No. Where did I go with? There was one, I swear it started with the word mangrove, right? Okay, so where did the M go? Positive 54, 180. What's the other way? Wow, okay. Totally different spot. Alright. It's down here. No, that's not what I want at all. Let's go up to that one, because I'm already here. Let's see what we've got. Ouch. There's some that should be. I mean, once upon a time, if we're talking about people who can't stay married, once upon a time there was Hugh Hefner, which kind of says it a lot. Oh. Hey. I love collecting portals, apparently. Mangrove sand. Okay. So we'll go like this, and we go U, add, mangrove, and sand. Oops, that's not spelled right. Sand. We need it right now, so let's leave it local. I have a lot of cleaning up to do. The thing I like about Journey Maps system over top, or over... Ooh. Sorry, the thing I like about Journey Maps waypoint system more so than zeros is just that there isn't this local, global, blah, blah, blah business. You can just go into a big long list of Journey Map and turn it on and turn it off. Right? Okay, so then this is terracotta. Confirm. Alright. Perfect. We don't really care where we're going. Sand and red sand, sure. Yes. Yeah, that's a great way of putting it. Wow. Beacon! Yee! Okay. Map this. Okay, so I haven't been here to make a mess. That's good to know. Just a bit. Just a bit. Okay. A little bit of this and a little bit of that. I shouldn't have said that. Now I've got a song stuck in my head. Okay. I'm one of those weirdos that likes peeling down layers. I went and got a whole bunch of levels, and I'm at the... I went and did something dumb and didn't put mending on things, and yeah. Oh well. Live and learn. Come on. Well, that may be faster to start at the bottom. I'm just a layers person. Ah! Except I hate cliffs. Apparently so do the bunnies. They're suicidal bunnies. Not my problem. Alright. First things first. Grab a box and put away some of the extra stuff I don't need. Okay, let's take the toolbox, put that down. Put this one away. And that. Yeah. Those two. That's the better one. Alright. Bed. We should have a bed. Yeah, I think we're alright. Huh. Interesting. Hello, bunny. Where is... Oh. Oh. Duh. That would be a smarter place to be. Much smarter. More likely to be dead, but much smarter. Get this one. There. Alright. Let's go. Doody-doody-doo. Let's see, the sand. Yeah, there's sand all over the place. Geek out. Name 2 actors who've played themselves on shows. Ah. Will Smith. Who else have we got? I mean, there's a bunch that did cameos as themselves, which are kind of corny. You know, so Adam West did plenty of Adam West. Actually, oddly enough, on that front, there's I've been seeing ads for a biopic for what's his name? Oh, it's gonna bug me now. Marty from Back to the Future. Yeah, I'm trying to remember the actor's name. But I've been seeing ads for a biopic for him, and that'll be interesting because he's actually in it, which I find kind of interesting as well. Fabio definitely played Fabio. Fabio, I don't think would know how to play anybody else, although I wouldn't necessarily say Fabio is much of an actor. Ooh. Michael J. Fox. Thank you. That's totally the name I was looking for. Thank you, Mackie, very much. But when it comes to like shows and TV shows, oh, Will Wheaton showed up on Big Bang Theory playing himself. That's Ozzy Osbourne. You're right. I guess the ones that show up playing themselves often are the ones that are, I guess, not much of an actor per se, but they're showing up because they've got some sort of personality image, and so they wouldn't necessarily know how to be anybody else but themselves. You know, for example, Ozzy is better at the music industry, for the most part. What else we got? Yeah, Shatner. For the same reason, Shatner's played Shatner. Actually, amusingly, I think it would be mildly funny to get an auditory version of Shatner and Christopher Walken trying to play each other. Not at the same time, clearly, but because both of them have a slightly halting style in their speech. Oh, yeah. And I guess if you want, oh boy. Never gonna remember his name. See, this is the thing. We get people and I'm like, oh, I can picture them right now, and can never remember their name on the spot. But there was the cartoonist who always, everybody who knows MCU, like universe stuff, will be able to talk about the cartoonist who always played himself as a cameo in the films. I thought that was kind of silly but fun. Apparently Spielberg at some point did a cameo as himself, which was odd. I don't know why he'd want to do that, but sure. I guess that makes him an actor now, because I mean, some people, half the time, they're actors in just the way they exist. The whole life is like it's not real. Yes, that's the one I was trying to see. This is like a verbal game of charades, right? See if you can guess what the heck Dylan is actually trying to talk about. Yeah, well, some characters are like that. It still has not been officially said that I'm aware of, at least, but supposedly Joe Rowling wrote Gilderoy Lockhart when she wrote the books with Kenneth Branagh in mind, and then when they were actually able to get him to play the role for her movies, it was just too perfect. It's like, yeah, well, that kind of says a lot. An actor, yeah. I mean, if you're looking for a pretender, then yeah, exactly. Oops. Well, I guess you could say that. I mean, you're right that he doesn't play, a character called Bruce Willis or anything like that. But you're right, his films are very much that. I mean, a lot of actors are like that, though. When you think about it, that's part of why they look for certain actors to play certain roles. I mean, if you think about it, what Will Smith movie has not had Will Smith? Right? A Keanu Reeves movie is always going to be a Keanu Reeves movie. It will never be anybody else. I mean, try to, for just, thought experiment's sake, try and picture, we'll say, even Travolta trying to do a John Wick movie. It just would not work. There's no way. That can't always be said of all the same, like, of all actors, though, because if it really were true of all actors, then things like James Bond would not necessarily fly as well with multiple different actors over time. And so, for example, we would have had box office fail after the first James Bond actor left the franchise. Particularly after Connery had done it for so many years. We would have seen one with somebody else, and it would have been such a miserable box office failure that you'd never get another one. But the fact that we've had plenty of people playing James Bond says I guess somebody must be able to be an actor. Because James Bond, as a character, was not known for his ability to do any sort of disguise in any way, shape, or form, but it's always James Bond. So new question of the day. When you've had a bad day... Okay, question of the day on stream. When you've had a bad day, what's your go-to activity, snack, or comfort item? I would love to say gaming. Although I'm kind of biased. I mean, partly that, I'm doing this, but also that not everybody has the opportunity to have a private computer room where, for the most part, their kids know not to bug them. Whereas in our house, that's the way it works. If the kids bug me too much, they know they're going to get the door closed. Because, I mean, by the time you're, a tween, you should be able to figure out things like where you last put your lunch kit. You're not going to expect me to know where you put your lunch kit. It just doesn't happen. The gaming would be my thing. But as I said, that's because I can retreat to my, quote-unquote, my office. It's still funny, though. We kind of call it my office, even though it's like a craft room, a computer room, oh geez, sometimes it's a music room, it's a Lego room. It's all those kinds of things. But it's never actually been an office because it's never actually been my office because I'm a stay-at-home parent who doesn't work outside the home. Nor do I actually have to have a job inside the home at the moment. So it's funny that it's never really been an office. Just amusing. Anyway, but when it comes to activities, yeah, when you've had a bad day, what's your go-to activity, snack, or comfort item? Okay. So if let's turn that on its head then a little bit, and I'll go after the snack. If I'm to be nibbling, probably chocolate, although popcorn is a close second. And that's more by practice than by necessarily craving. It's one of those if it's in the house I'll eat it kinds of things. Chocolate's like that too, but Fantastic Sherlock Fox, unfortunately, is allergic to corn, and yet Scouts in Canada and the US sells popcorn as one of their major fundraisers. So we always end up with far too much popcorn in the house, and he can't eat it, or shouldn't. He does on occasion have a little bit here and there, but most of the time he can't eat it. Therefore, pardon me. Therefore, I get first dibs on basically all the popcorn in the house. And I will very happily nibble popcorn given the opportunity. Yep. Like, actually, grinding in Minecraft, so whether it be mining something like sand, or going to try and find netherite, or chopping trees, or whatever, the grindy stuff in Minecraft is my current favorite activity. I often like knitting, though, which is one just because, once again, when you get into a role, it's kind of mindless. You can listen to whatever you want or watch whatever you want. There we go. Pardon me. I think it's just about time for us to have another hydrate.
2, 4, 6, 8, everybody hydrate!
That coffee is good, but it didn't really help clear up my throat a whole lot. Pardon me. Aha, now we're within mining range. get there. We'll get there. Oops. Gotta get rid of the sticks. Boys, geek out. Feel free to tag whichever one you want, Fantastic Sherlock Fox, or roll it again, your choice. Ooh, 6 female protagonists. Well, I'm sure Hunger Games is probably going to make that list somewhere. That's not a female protagonist by name, but that's probably going to make the list. I mean, we've got, you know, like Hey, I'm Canadian. We've got Anna Green Gables. Pretty easy. Not fall off the edge if we don't have to. Good point. Black Widow, G.I. Jane. Which category are we looking at for literature? Okay, literature. So we're talking books, cartoons, magazines, that sort of thing. Elizabeth Bennet and Katniss Everdeen. Yep. I called the Hunger Games. What else we got? Ooh, Katie Beckinsale. Nice. Jane Marple. Gotta get that in there somewhere. Oh, I'm leaving it all over the place. Okay, time to put things down. Lulu. That would be from Fifth Element for sure, but I don't know if Fifth Element was a book first or not. We're talking literature. One of the newer ones would be, and no opinions made, just one of the newer ones would be Margaret in the Are You There, God? It's Me, Margaret book and now turned film. I mean, I guess, so, I guess Ramona would be another one. All our kids' books from Judy Blume. Ouch. No. Film, okay. Possibly. I didn't know that either of those became books, really. Okay, that's not true. I know Deland of Mirror is definitely... Babylon 5 became a book series, but it was not always a book series. So for sure, okay, we got that one, I guess. That's a bit cheaty. But I don't think they ever made any novelizations of the Dr. Quinn Medicine Woman series. I mean, if you want to be really, really loose on it, you could say basically any Disney character, because just about every single Disney story known to man has been turned into children's books. So you could add like the bad Disney version of Pocahontas in that vein. Oops. One, two, buckle my shoe. Where's the other one? Wow. Did you actually have to go look that up? Okay. Yeah, I was quite a fan of the Dr. Quinn series back in the day. Quite a fan. I think part of it is that was where I learned to love Jane Seymour. So, yeah. That's another one of those ones where I don't know if it could have been done by anyone else. Although, part of me wonders what it would have been like if it was Emma Thompson. But anyway. Who else have we got? Oh, well, yeah, of course. Of course. I mean, in some cases, there's a lot of female revisionism. Things, not revisions, that's not the word I'm looking for. Let's make it all with gals. You know, like Ghostbusters is a good example of that one. It was guys the first time, we're going to remake it with gals. Just, we'll call it equality. Yeah. Not my idea of a good time, but some people will watch that or read that, so why not? The money grab when you do it that way. And often done badly. She was. Because she's got that British accent that is almost Queen's English style, and yet at the same time was very happy playing characters that were more rough and tumble. Oh, lordy. Hit bedtime early, I suppose. Before the creeper comes and blows me up. Come and blows me up. Wow. Bad grammar. Shame on me. Oh, phooey. Mental note not to put my bed on sand if I'm going to be digging that up. There we go. Because I really don't want to get blown up. There we go. And not have a bed nearby. Oh. You got me, Creef. You got me good. So it's weird that that one worked, but some of the other ones didn't. I'll have to look into why that is. So what I was looking at is I use, as you guys are well aware and have heard a million times, I use streamer.bot as my favorite bot. And the problem with redeems from them is that if you want to be able to have funky stuff built inside the bot that you use as your redeems, then the redeem itself has to be built in StreamerBot, not in the Twitch settings. The side effect of that, pardon me, the side effect of that is that when I went to put, like, there is no way in StreamerBot to add the graphic part of it. So on a redeem, a cute little logo that shows you, you know, your first or the spider hiss or whatever. And so I, for a long time, didn't know that you're supposed to be able to still add the graphic from the Twitch side, but it looks like in doing so I may have broken some of the redeems somehow. I'm not quite sure how, because the spider hiss seems to be the first one that actually worked while, like after I put a logo on it from the other side. So I don't know what's going on. And that logo was actually kind of fun to try and find, because you go through an awful lot of spiders that do not appeal to Delenn at all in order to find a cutesy one that I could put up with. And there were plenty of logos for things that, you know, they said, it's like spider improvement or more realistic spiders in Minecraft. And I'm like, that's just the opposite of what I'm looking for. I did not end up adding the ladybugs. I will, actually, at some point. But they're not... they were updated for 1.19, and I figure since 1.20 is dropping next week, and it looked like they'd had to do an update for every single version, that I'm going to hold off until we've got the 1.20 version available. So, A Kind Soul, who also has arachnophobia, has put together for vanilla Minecraft a resource pack. Resource packs should be version agnostic, but sometimes they appear not to be. But they put together a resource pack where spiders have been replaced with rather cute looking and unrealistic ladybugs. The overworld ones have red backs, and then the cave ones have green backs. Most of the sounds of what the spider does in there were replaced with beetle noises. Except, unfortunately, they hadn't managed to replace the scuttling noise. So, like, the spider walking type sound still sounds like a spider walking. With that sort of... I don't explain it. I think a spider walking sound is almost like a wet, licky noise. It sounds really gross for me to say that. And out of context, that would be horrible. But it really does sound like that to me. And, pardon me. And so, I'm looking at putting those in. Now, the spiders still jump, and it's still got the same, basically, 3 legs from the spider model. So, basically, the person's done very little to actually change the model up. And they were upfront about the fact that they just didn't know how. I figure, hey, they're ahead of me, why not? But yeah, I'm going to be switching that. So you'll be seeing some cheesy ladybugs popping up in the near future. And somebody else joked, you're going to end up with a ladybug phobia instead. I don't care. When you know the little ones in real life won't bug you, that's fine. But when the little spiders in real life will bother me, yeah, not high on my list. I'm not even sure where I put the bed. Good grief. How do I know where I have been? Ooh, what's that? Ooh! There is a prediction for chickens and eggs. I guess that one works, maybe? I didn't. Thank you very much, Fantastic Sherlock Fox, if that's the one you started. And thank you, Scribbler, for requesting a chicken prediction. So the way this chicken prediction works, for those of you that are unfamiliar with it, is that we have prediction on the screen, and 1 in 8 chance of being able to get where's my okay, there we go. A 1 in 8 chance of being able to get an egg. Aha. Let's go like this. You add temp ed. Local music, something really bright. Light purple? No. Red, sure. I'll take that. Red. Confirm. Alright. Where am I here? See? I can't do anything without getting myself turned around. So the way it works is we have a 1 in 8 chance of getting a chicken out of an egg, and you have, I don't know, 5 minutes or so to predict. I think it's 5 minutes, might be 10. Depends on what Fantastic Sherlock Fox set it for, I guess. And we can throw up to 5 eggs to see if we're going to get a chicken. So the 1 in 8 chance is per egg, as per Minecraft. I think it's like a 1 in 256 or something. You can actually get 4 chickens out of 1 egg, but it wouldn't make a difference to our prediction. That was what originally got me into the egg business, as in why I have too many eggs. Because I thought I'd do something a little different than ores, but since I didn't have a whole ton of ores to be able to do, you know, fortune predictions and so on. So I started with eggs. Alright, let's move down. Ask and you shall receive. Well, that's what that redeem is for. I have a suspicion that he may have been testing more of the redeems to see which ones work and which ones don't, which is very helpful. And Scribbler is always good at being helpful. Alrighty. So, if any of the mods have decided that they want to predict on this egg, it's up to you. Don't have to. But just let me know, and that way I'll know whether or not I have to close it myself when we actually throw the eggs. I think we had one that someone had asked for a couple weeks ago, and I didn't actually get around to tossing the eggs, so I just refunded everybody's points from that one, because I didn't know when I'd be streaming next. Sure, sounds good. Just making donations. Make it sound like the Sally Ann. All right. Ah, Okay, I just have to be aware of that. Don't want to be falling in the hole. So, yeah, where are we here? I think we covered off protagonists pretty solidly, so I'm going to give us a fresh geek out. Maybe. Maybe not. Nope. Or parlor games. Ah, wow, I haven't heard that term in forever. I know I like old terms, but most people don't use that one anymore. Yeah, that's really miscellaneous, you're right. How that could be pop culture, I'm not sure. No, they put... Yeah, actually, Fantastic Sherlock Fox, you ran over one of my silly points. Is some of them on the cards, it's an American-made game, so the writing is American spelling. Some of the spellings I got to and changed to American after I was writing them wrong. Well, not wrong, so I was writing them in proper English. And changed it to the American spelling because that's what it said on the card, and then other ones I just gave up and left it as the proper English spelling. But Parlor was one that I remember going back to and fixing, and then not refixing. Ooh. Ooh. Pretty. Okay, let's find the bed. Go. What is a parlor game? Game like, so yeah, Charades is a good one. Exactly. Similar games you would find things like Talk About, Taboo. Often it's small group party games. A parlor itself used to be the fancy sitting room. So for a regular, like a hosted dinner, for example, the gentlemen would retire to the lounge and ladies would retire to the parlor. That sort of thing. So, I mean, it's really an ancient term. But, yeah, these days, usually it's a game that has more physicality to it. Sometimes, I mean, one of the better-known parlor games, we have Charades, and then also, if you watch just about any version of Christmas Carol, you'll find that they played the parlor game of Yes and No. Or some people call it 20 questions, where you could only ask yes or no type questions. One of the modern takes on that is a board game called Cranium, where you actually need to try and... There's different categories. Some of them are charades, some of them are trivia, and so on. They don't work too well as a stream game, so I didn't actually bother borrowing that one. A lot of modern board games could be considered parlor games because they're tending to include more often a physical element to it. Where are we here? There we go. But yeah, it's got some sort of physicality to it. You parlay in the parlor? Ouch. Ouch. I mean, parlay, it's more of a suggestion, really. And now I can't remember what I was watching. Something I was watching with Fantastic Sherlock Fox, and I thought, oh, I know that actor. I have to figure out what he's from. I gotta figure it out. And
Hello?
it turned out to be the actor that played Barbossa. Hello! Good to see you. Welcome back, Big Harry GM. Welcome back. Today I am trying to get back in the saddle? Well, that just sounds weird. Back in the driver's seat, I guess, of having a stream. So I'm squirreling all over the place, but just doing a little bit of sand mining and chattering, trying to see how long my voice will hold up. So we're out here mining sand for the purpose of making glass. And in the meantime, playing some Geek Out with just pop culture categories and trying to see how many of the whatever category it is that we can name. So currently we're looking at parlor games. Parlor games. And so someone had asked, what is a parlor game? So we're looking for 4 parlor games. I don't think we've reached 4 yet. But Charades is probably by far and away the best known. A lot of improv games could be considered parlor games. And so something like if you're watching Whose Line Is It Anyway? That's a good show for charade type, or not charade, sorry, improvisation style games. It's interesting as a category of game that we don't play much anymore, which is funny because it's a great way, I shouldn't say great way, but it's a way that seems to, I've had good success with getting youth off of their phones to be playing parlor style games. Another one is similar, is we've got, what is it called? I was gonna say Who Am I, but I'm trying to remember what the commercial name is. Where they'll stick a name on your back and you've got to wander around the room trying to ask yes or no type questions to people around you and see if you can determine what the name is that was stuck on your back. That's kind of a fun one. Ooh, yeah, that's a good point. Yes. Yes. And the pins would have been often donated by the ladies from their hats, in which case they're very painful. You don't want to be stuck with one of those. Some of our modern party games were definitely parlor games. Yeah, Wink Murder, actually. And I was explaining to my kids a similar one that for some reason so many people can't wink these days, that at Scouting we've used Handshake Murder. And so basically you go around, faux greeting people like you haven't met them in a while and shake their hands, and then they the correct murderer has to give your hand an extra squeeze, and you have to give a several second count after that has happened, or even with a wink, several second count after it's happened, and then do your best dramatic death. I love that one. Which is really kind of funny to see 8 to 10-year-olds, or even the 11 to 14 set, in their idea of a dramatic death scene. Some of them come out more soap opera, some of them come out more like they've all been shot. Like everybody seems to assume they've been shot, which is kind of sad in this day and age that that's their first thought, but yeah, it works really well. 20 questions definitely worked, yes. And basically, it's any slightly more active game that requires a group. So that's part of what we get with some of our physical party games. These days, also, some of the murder mystery games would be parlor games as well. I was combining the words. Not to mention, I probably pronounced them funny between the head cold and being Canadian instead of either UK extraction or American, because the American pronunciation of parlor would probably be a little different. And for some, their front parlor was like the decorative sitting room that nobody sits in. I don't think I've played Mafia. I don't recall that one. I guess, though, it does make me think. I wonder if you're doing one of the live-action versions, the non-board game, non-computer game versions of Among Us, I suppose that could be a modern parlor game. I'm not a huge Among Us fan. I think it's kind of a dumb game, to be honest with you, but it's popular, and hey, to those that like it, that's the sort of thing they're going to like, and that's fine. But that might qualify as a parlor game. Yeah, one of my favorites is like a Talk About This or Taboo. So 2 different versions, but basically one, which I guess both are the same really, where you've got in the Taboo game, you can, it's a board, like a card game set that you buy, and generally requires at least 3 players. But the idea is that you break up into teams, and then there's a person who basically mans the buzzer, so to speak. But everybody else has to try and guess what one of the players is reading out or talking about when they're reading on a card. So they get a set amount of time to talk about whatever this topic is. So it could be the word you may be trying to guess is like elephant, and they can talk about things and they can describe it and make sounds and that sort of stuff, but they're not allowed to say certain words. So the taboo words are printed on their card. So that in addition to, like, so if you have to get them to say elephant, that'll be printed on the card, but it'll also be printed there along with words that they're not allowed to use. So if any of the taboo words come up, the buzzer goes off and their turn's over, or if their timer is expired, then the buzzer goes off. That's why you need an impartial player. Ah, gotcha. Yeah, I hadn't heard of that one till now. Neato. See, you learned something new. And I mean, the other thing too is that it could be that we're now at a stage where we're rehashing games. That's highly possible. Hopefully we can't get over there easy. That's highly possible as well. It seems like with movies and such that people are reusing old ideas and making a new buck out of it. And I would not be surprised if games are the same thing. I mean, you get the I still have the adverts on cable television and sometimes on streaming services where you get them talking about games by like Parker Brothers and Milton Bradley and so on, which I think one of those groups got bought by Mattel. So the people who make, you know, Hot Wheels and Barbie dolls are now the owner of like Monopoly. It just gets to be kind of cheesy. But yeah, I'm all over the board today. I kind of like squirreling. Games is a good topic to squirrel about. But I'm looking, actually Parlor Games is a great one because I'm always looking for more games to play with our cubs and our scouts. And because if you don't, the cubs end up defaulting to tag, or if you don't with the scouts, they default to trying to look at stuff on their phones, usually YouTube, or coming up with really ridiculous stuff that they get hung up on. Like, I'm trying to remember what the other one was. Something about listing off part of the Burger King menu in a rhythmic format and like just chanting it over and over and over again. So I only know part of it because I usually try to shut it out. We used to play the dictionary game. Oh yes, yes. A board game version. I can't remember what the one was I was growing up, but a board game version of that became Balderdash, and that's a really fun one. And often, either the Balderdash version of the game, it will come up with on the card that you get, it will give you the real definition, and they just read out what the word is, and then write the real definition on their paper. But on the version I used to play before that, it had a small dictionary of really obscure, really strange words. And then the same method was played. I've been playing that one since I was little. Love it. Well, I actually haven't played Balderdash with our kids, and part of the reason for that, or at least not in many years, part of the reason for that is I discovered with my son that, as kids will, you like a lot of the other games too that we've played. Hello! Good to meet you. Welcome on in. Welcome, Harvey. We're talking a little bit, I'm just squirreling and getting some sand, and we are talking a little bit about random topics from a pop culture version of the game called Geek Out. And current topic that was for Parlor Games. So we're trying to name 4 parlor games and discussing what is and isn't a parlor game. So I was trying to play that dictionary style game with my kids at one point, and I learned with my son, as kids will, and you find out with a lot of like Jackbox games and stuff we find as well. There's a similar version where you can tell that the definitions were written by a youth. Like it's a bit of a giveaway, and that's not necessarily. It's fun for them to play, but it's not. Good God. I don't know what that was, but you got me. Yes and no. Long story short, Harvey, this is belongs to. Let's see what I have here. Oops, can't spell. Ooh, phooey. Where's the word here? PC. There we go. PCSVR. So this is a server owned by Patreon. A content creator by the name of Dadcraft, and apparently it's not enabled. Let's try this again. There we go. And so he's a YouTube and Twitch creator, and he's got these servers available for his his Patreon supporters. So I would support him anyways, but he's got them for pay by supporting him through Patreon. So I'm playing on one of his Java servers, and this is the, in spite of appearances otherwise, this is the vanilla Java server. I just have a lot of client-side quality of life mods to keep myself from going insane. But I would definitely recommend that you guys take a look at Dadcraft's content on Twitch and YouTube and see if he's the kind of person that community-wise you'd be interested in. But it's a whitelisted server, so that means, sorry, pardon me, it's an allow-listed server, which means that only those that have actually supported on Patreon will have any chance of getting their name on the allow list. We switch out the Geek Out. Geek Out now says 2 James Bond theme songs. Oh, okay. Now I've got Goldfinger stuck in my head. Purely accidental. On the other hand, I mean, I guess given the recent passing of Tina Turner, it's kind of appropriate this particular question should come up. Ooh, yes. Yeah, I'm trying to remember who did live and let die, because my brain keeps wanting to think that it was a famous rock band who keeps on covering it after that, but I can't recall for sure. A lot of us have, like, there's a sort of James Bond theme that keeps getting wrapped in our heads over and over and over again. That's been used in a lot of the later James Bond movies, but I'm bad with names, as you guys are well aware. Junk box? Let's see. Do I have anything random? Nope. Okay. Let's put this one down. I guess this is the one that's got some junk in it. Ah, that's probably the one I'm getting stuck in my head. Thanks very much, Big Harry Clyde. That's perfect. That's probably what's doing it for sure. Because it would definitely make a great song for having extra cover, wow. Extra covers done. That's what I'm trying to think of. A shovel. Let's get this out of the way. Okay, we're cleaned up. That one. One. All right. Yes, that is definitely the best one. Becky Hamster says, I was at home once and we had the radio on. There was a song crooning away in French. I thought I recognized the tune and then went Goldfinger in a very French accent. It was hilarious. It's funny how many times that I hear that sort of coverage. Yeah. One of the ones that I find amusing is I listen to an all Disney all the time radio station rather frequently. It's called Sorcerer Radio. We've talked about it before, but it's srsounds.com. In any case, it's really quite funny to hear versions of well-known Disney songs in other languages. And frequently it'll just be ones that you would have heard from, like, say, the Walt Disney World in Florida has the World Showcase in their Epcot park. And so you'll just get ones from those countries, not a huge surprise. But hearing, like, I think it was that I heard the other day, A Whole New World from the movie Aladdin, except it was done in Hawaiian. That was an interesting listening experience. And then I had that whole, wow, I was today years old when I finally figured out in my head that part of the original Tiki Room sequence, like the Enchanted Tiki Room that people talk about, part of that sequence, they have a Hawaiian section in there, which basically the tune was, and Near Rhythm was virtually ripped off by Disney again to use as the little hula section in the animated movie The Lion King, when you've got Timon and Pumbaa talking about, well, not really talking, singing about how he's a good distraction. But if you listen to the soundtrack, or the album of the soundtrack of the Enchanted Tiki Room, it's the same thing. And I wasn't paying attention at one point when I was listening to the album in the background while I was working on some stream stuff, and I just started singing the lyrics to the Lion King stuff over top, and I'm like, wait a minute, this just fits way too well. Chicken time. Oh, yes, thank you. Thank you. Chicken in a box. Or, well, yes. Chicken from the ground? Okay, sorry, my apologies. Thank you very much, Fantastic Shock Fox. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Alright. We have 5 eggs, and then we should go sleep, because I have to figure out where the bed is. It's over there somewhere. Okay, so do we have chicken? 1. Oh, that's not going to help anybody. Okay, that's not fair. I'm not going to count that egg because it went way too far. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. No egg, no chicken. Platforms, predictions. Resolve with egg. No chicken, egg. All right. Let me just quickly find the bed. So, uh-oh. Okay, so we don't end up with, like, creepers in our face or something. Ka-ching! Let's see. Details. 7,001 goes to Creef. I love that, and 1. Nice. So, just giving information for those of you that were looking at the redeems section for points and whatnot, and... Uh-oh. Oh, there it is. For those who are looking at the redeems list, I am just trying to get... Well, get myself, like, my voice and everything back in shape. We will look at trying to do... Looking at the calendar here, and I'm ballparking... Probably the Friday, like 3rd Friday in June, I think, is my ballpark target for having a LEGO stream end to end, provided nothing else goes wrong in the meantime. I just heard a lovely little chime that I don't know what it's for. Yeah, so I'm looking at probably the 3rd Friday in June is my best bet. So for those of you That's for a lot of you that's going... Oh, I opened an email by mistake. It's like, why am I getting weird noises? Yeah, I opened an email program. No, go away. But yeah, for those of you that have that, it's possible that it's going to be the Father's Day weekend. So yeah, that may or may not work out for some of you. I don't know. But that's the ballpark target at this point in time. Hoping to figure out the tech issues with the logos and whatnot, just so that I can get all of the redeems tested by then to make sure everything works. Because that's going to be a lot of just chatting head if we don't have other things available. And for those, if I do remember, people seem to love to get me and with sounds and things for the redeems. If you ever want any flavored noises as well, we just have a few on the sound alerts little plug-in thing. So on mobile, it's a little button at the top of your chat. And if you're on a laptop or a computer, like a computer of some other sort, it's often on the screen. That's the sounds that I've got in there are free. There can be bit available sounds, but I don't have any bit ones set up because that's not the aim of the stream. I'm not here to make money. I only put things behind a bit paywall if they get overused and are very annoying. By being overused, I mean. But there's that, and then the hashtag ones are actually, it's on a separate web page, so I do apologize to mobile users for that. But those ones are all little free noises as well. Things like, I think there might be a Star Wars Wookiee in there, and like a cat, and a bunch of other little things. And that's yet another service that I could pay into if I wanted more options, but the free ones are pretty cool. So yeah. Things like hashtag troll, I think was one of them. And that gets you like the tra-la-la-la-la thing that goes on for forever and a day. But yeah, just that sort of stuff is available, and that will still be a thing on the LEGO Day so that people have opportunities to help spice things up, and hopefully Fantastic Sherlock Fox and I can come up with a couple of little ways to make it a bit more exciting than just purely watching me build as though one's watching a YouTube stream. Or, sorry, a YouTube video stream. Yeah. Alrighty. But, yeah, I'm just saying I'm not... Oh, I see the creeper. Dude, go away. You don't see me. I'm not interested in getting blown up by you. Where are you? Ah, you can stay down there. I can blow you up this way. Whoa! Take that. Alright. Yes, I'm afraid of creepers. And skellies and whatever's coming out of that cave. Oh. Why am I worrying about jumping? I don't actually know when the next patron stream weekend is supposed to be. I heard there was some dissatisfaction over the fact that A, we didn't have one in May, and B, that a stream weekend that Dadcraft is involved in got moved, they've changed the way they calculate what date they want, and because he's involved in that, we don't want to have his Patreon server's stream weekend overlap with his streaming on a stream weekend. Not to mention that of late he said he wanted to be involved in our stream weekends. But I don't know when the next one is going to be. Summer can be an awful awkward one as well in North America and Europe. People tend to, as they do in the Southern Hemisphere, when it's summer for you guys, people try and go on holiday, and so they're not always available. Or some people who are doing various different types of jobs may pick up extra work over the summer, so it can be a little more chaotic trying to organize one over the summer. So we shall have to see, but yeah, I don't have any clue when the next one will be. Although I would like to hope by then, cross my fingers, that we'll be able to see Get a return of our, what was it? South African Word of the Day lessons, courtesy of Creef during his streams. I always have a blast with that. I think it's a lot of fun. Oh, and we're gonna have a skeleton on our tail in a second here. That's okay. I just realized I'm going a little bit long. Well, I guess that's an improvement over where my voice was earlier. I did not know if I was going to be able to stream today. On the other hand, I don't have a lot of technical stuff that I need to get done in between, which is nice. For now. I may have to go figure out what all those chimes and dings were in the emails, which is a bit scary, but that's okay. Okay, let's see if I can clean up some of this mess. I've got like random blocks I'm leaving all over the place. Oh. I don't need that, but this floating... One of those people that just doesn't... There we go. Stay. I'd rather have it despawn than float there. I don't know why, but this weird single floating block in the middle of nowhere kind of moments. Never been my thing. Okay. So, pink. Let's see if I can find the rest. There's one over here. Maybe. The return of Creef is imminent. Ah! Is Creef's computer behaving better of late? I know charge was a challenge for a while. Get these down. Okay. One of the things I like about the Zeros minimap, as I mentioned before, is that it shows the entities around. So if I have, like, as I say, blocks that I have not picked up, for example, or I've dropped something, then it's going to show on the map. I'm not going to chase them all, but it makes it a little easier to pick up some of them. When one's early game, so this is not necessarily early game, but when I'm playing early game stuff, it's nice not to have to worry about dropping some of the supplies. You know when you've dropped them, or you know if you've managed to catch everything that you've dropped earlier. Okay, let's go find the bed. Figure out where that is. Got the charger sorted. Yay! Should have it. I shouldn't laugh. I really shouldn't. But when Creef says he should have it by week's end, the vast majority of us now take it with a grain of salt. Poor Creef. His country is not necessarily known for the world's most reliable delivery services. The joke that gives you a good example of that was Creef told us once, for real, that he had ordered a book, I think you said it was, and delivery was so good on his book that he actually got his book 3 years later. So just randomly showed up 3 years later. Honestly, I would have stopped looking for it by then, but I can imagine that would have been quite the surprise. Okay. Stop squirreling, go get the bed. Did I? Oh, I did get the bed. There's probably other parts of the world that have problems like that too. I mean, we're lucky over here. Like, I live in, urban Canada. I'm sure there's parts of rural Canada that absolutely hate our Canadian Post delivery people. I've noticed, like, when I'm out and about going to camps and things, I've noticed some of the rural mailboxes, they actually still have them in clusters. And it looks like there's one main padlock on the box set that the postal company has access to. The postal service has access to, but then it looks like there's a myriad of padlocks provided by the actual owners of each box. But on some of those older systems, they don't have... Oh, where am I here? Drop that. They don't have a parcel size box. So a lot of the city boxes, we have smaller mail slots And then when you get something that either shouldn't be bent or is too big, then you'll often get a key temporarily dropped off in your box that belongs to one of the larger parcel slots. And then you can retrieve whatever it is from the larger slots so that it hasn't been damaged. Good postal carriers will make very liberal use of that key. Things like we bought a bunch of overdue in ordering school photos for our kids, and it was really nice that the postal delivery person decided that they were going to put that in our larger parcel slots so that the photos didn't get bent. But in some of the rural areas, they don't have those larger parcel slots, which means you'd actually have to drive your way into town to get your mail, which is a shame. Also, I will note though that in our city we actually have two different styles of postal slots, and I actually like the ones at my parents' house better than the ones in our neighborhood. My parents got their mail slots more recently than we did. What I mean by that is we had our community mailbox slots from the time we got our house. So there was no mail delivery to our house. And in other portions of the city, in the older neighborhoods where you used to get door-to-door delivery, like of your generic mail and posters, oh, go away. Generic flyers and whatever, where you used to get that. Ugh. Okay, fine. We used to get those sorts of things. Then it just took longer to roll out the community mailboxes and cease the door-to-door delivery. But those community mailboxes in my parents' neighborhood, I actually like them better because the slots are skinny and rectangular, whereas ours are more like a square shape. I mean, they're deep in a rectangle sense, but the actual opening is this very square shape, whereas in my parents' neighborhood, theirs is flat, like a long and narrow rectangle. And I like that better because for things like magazines and such, those stay flat. And a lot of things like photos from our school or whatever would not have had to have taken up the parcel box. They would have actually just fit in quite nicely. So I don't think we're ever going to get an upgrade to those boxes unless there's some sort of major damage or rusting or something. Where are we here? And I do not plan to go forever, Fantastic Sherlock Fox, just in case you're curious. One of those, you're on a roll and you kind of get sidetracked. So let's fill up. Yeah, that one's full, so I'm going to just fill up my own inventory and then leave. I think that's probably good for now. You can always say, one more thing! But no, probably not a great idea. We've got a few more minutes, though. I'm going to probably take it to the top of the hour and then call it. Just because I'm hoping to be back at 7 p.m. Eastern, crossing my fingers. No idea yet what I'm going to do. Probably some more materials. I haven't decided yet whether it's going to be like trees or netherite, but yeah. Choice. Okay. So, Fantastic Sherlock Fox asked for a new one. Movies. 4 films in which Brendan Fraser appears. Okay. I could think of 2. But I'm sure chat can probably beat me on that one. Brendan Fraser films. We've got things like Encino Man. I think he was in Biodome. And George of the Jungle. Oh, and wasn't he in Mummy? The Mummy films that had Dwayne Johnson, The Rock, appear for the first time? Well, I shouldn't say the first time, but first few times. Ah, there we go. That was not meant as a challenge to me. It just happened to be one that I knew for a change. Does anyone know any others? I'm not a huge Brendan Fraser fan, for no particular reason. I actually quite like his look because he doesn't have that dashing American thing going for him as some of the other actors do. not to say he's not good looking. He is definitely good looking, but it's not quite as blatantly obvious. One, two, three, I think. Go. I think that might have been Encino Man. I think. Yeah, he plays a rather Ice Age kind of bumbling caveman type of character who gets thawed out in the wrong century, so to speak, and then has to try and deal with, not on his own, but has to try and deal with modern life, and he's terrible at it. I don't mean as an actor, I mean as in, like, the character is terrible at doing that. Okay, let's put these two away. It's more of that than anything else. I guess I need some more rockets put together. I should do that when I get back. Oh, come on. Ugh. Fine. I was doing that whole, just put done, really, really, I won't do it. And yeah, I fell into a trap. One of the disadvantages to getting songs stuck in my head when I've got a head cold is I get tempted to sing a snippet of it just because it's stuck in my head, but I refuse to do that on stream, particularly when I've got a cold, because I'm not sounding that good at the best of times, and this would be forward. Bedeviled. He seems to be good at Brendan Fraser seems to be good at a lot of those out of time and place type of movies. That was an interesting glitch. I'm not trying to clean up holes, I just don't want to fall in things as I go by. Do we have enough? No. Okay, guess not. Yeah, I don't really know that one. Oh, no, that wasn't Brendan Fraser. I'm trying to remember who it was. I was gonna say Night at the Museum, but I'm totally wrong because I know he wasn't in that one. A lot of other cool people were in that one, but not him. See, you guys clearly know more about movies than I do. It's awesome. I like it. This is why we can crowdsource these things together. Or chat source? Hey, there you go. That's the new word. If it's not a term, it is now. I just coined it, because I could. Okay, I'm happy with that. That's close enough. Let's put that up there. Actually, there is room. Let's move the shield. Let's take this one out of the way. Alright. Now I need to figure out how to get back. Before I need the bed. Over northeast, okay. Oh, come on. Fly! Please fly. Go. Yeah, that movie with the title and the name, yeah. I'm one of those for sure. Okay. Overworld. Where's the B for bed? Come on, really? There we go. B for bed. Temp bed. Delete. Delete. Done. Alright, where am I going? Perfect. That's exactly where I want to be. It's a ways, but hey, not too bad. Ah, Blast from the Past. I'd heard of that one. I didn't know much about it. Now I might have put that on my to-watch list. I think I'm spending rockets far too liberally. Especially when the ground is not floating beneath me. That's not good. Getting there. What else can I get? Oh, not very. Woo! Huzzah! Found it. You liked it? Oh, good. That's one good review. Yeah, soppy films are fine. It's a good bit of fluff. What am I looking for? I wanted this one. Pardon me. Sorry. I think once we get in here, I'm going to need to give us all a hydrate. Which one's this? Oh, okay. Sure. Alright, I'll take that. Because I'm indoors, I'm getting cave maps, so let's just pop outdoors for a second. Still got a door. Fantastic Sherlock Fox, have you actually gone after that treasure yet? Okay. So my map of this area is out of date because Fantastic Sherlock Fox has built something since then. Two titles in which a cat is the main character. Oh yes. Garfield, Puss in Boots, Heathcliff. I mean, many of the Zeus books, or Seuss, depending on your pronunciation. We've got the Cat in the Hat stuff. Here's a weird random one for you. I don't know. It might have been just a Canadian thing. I don't know. But has anyone else besides me ever sat through any of, with their kids probably, any of the Cat in the Hat? Knows a lot about that cartoon series voiced by Martin Short. Ooh. Nice. Don't really know what it is becoming yet, but looks very neat. Definitely fits with the way the mountain is built. Can you tell we've got kids? The Warriors book series is cats. And that's for young adults. Young adult fiction. As is... oh, I guess Puss in Boots and Garfield would work that way as well. Then, of course, we've got actually not featuring cats. Sorry, cats in the Cat Who series that I used last season are not the main characters at all. Chateau Fox. Cool. Ah, up, E, up. Okay, there we go. Up. Awesome. Okay. I'll have to figure out how to get to the up of the other part. Aristocats, there you go. That was also done as a very good Disney flick. They are definitely the main characters in that one. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to leave 3 because I have librarians that will get me more easily. So let's just do it this way, and that way. Whoa, come on. There we go. 3 for you and 1 for me? Sure, I'll take that. Alrighty. Top Cat. I'm familiar with that one myself. There, empty hand, that's what I want. Ah, getting more organized. Ores and such, metals and such, pieces, parts, wood. He's doing a great job of making use of the cavern he found underneath. Okay, so we've got this one and this one. Oh, okay. Not quite literature, but definitely interesting material, yeah. Red blob. That's an interesting one. Wonder what the red blob is from. Oh, okay. Let's see, is there a way? Oh, okay. Don't want to be hitting that. Aha. Seek and you shall find. Ooh, love the view. That's awesome. Taking a shortcut, sir? But then he's got 2 houses on the go instead of just 1. That's pretty awesome. I'm going to take a look from the top for his suggestion, and we'll see what we got. Definitely working with the shape of the mountain fairly well. I like it. I like it. Very much more organic than the sort of stuff I tend to build. Oh, it's got a horse. Sort of. Is that one tamed yet? I don't think so. Oh well. I saw he's got a toting donkey, so that should do. I have to go back downstairs to get to the other one for the portal. Ow. Plunk. Not quite. Ow. Go. Ziggity zig. Something I was thinking, I forgot to do X, and I can't remember what it was. That's okay. We are going to rocket through these again. Oh, I always get that happening. Ew. That's okay. I'm not a Swiftie, but there are certain songs of Taylor Swift's that I do quite like. Did I turn... Oh, I turned a whole bunch of them global. What do I need? Or me, so DH Southwest. Okay. Somewhere in this mess is my spot. Oh, whoops. I know why. I have too many things going on. Right. This one, I need to be in the correct set. There we go. I don't have bazillion in my face. I didn't expect to put the overworld ones on top of the nether stuff. That was... I didn't know that feature existed. I don't think you will have done anything at all since I left. Oh, not bad then. Can't argue with that. Okay, little lower gold carrots. That's not ideal. Not what I was planning to do, but sometimes you need to do other things than what you originally intended. That'll do. Alright, we are back. I'm hearing the click click of chickens doing their thing. To meat. Putter, putter, putter. 2, 3. We have 3. Okay, well, it's better than nothing. 1, 2, 3. So I'm just putting stuff away because I do that. Anti-hero? Yes, that's the one I was trying to think of. It's me. Hi. I'm the problem, it's me. Okay. So there's my mangroves. That's all I've got for mangrove wood right now. Acacia saplings, acacia logs. So there may be some more of the mangrove stuff going on this afternoon. Wood chopping and such. Specifically mangroves, though. No problem. Oh, that's my sandbox. Sandbox. Okay. Sand, where did I have the glass? Sand. I am so disorganized. Seriously. Okay, no. Here, thank you. Sand, a little bit of sandstone, extra stuff there. Oops, let's put the precious away. Alright, I guess that's... Oh. Wanted those. Do I have any books? Thought I had books. Must have left the books the other side, if I have books at all. Full speeds? No. Well, actually, I'll leave those there for now, because I'm going to need to make a bunch of... Put it away or I'll lose it. I'm going to need to make a bunch of axes for chopping. And I'll do that before I do anything else major next stream. What do we got going? Arrows, string, bones. Oh, gunpowder. Great. Gunpowder and paper? Great, that's what I wanted. Okay. I guess it's one of those since I'm here moments, right? No. 24. I can't count. A lot of axes? No. Take this. Go over here. Wrong order. No, let's not do that. A few more rockets. Actually, it's not what I wanted to do, so let's take the rest of this into paper. Why not? And into rockets. And I'm short paper. Interesting. Not meant to be a back and forth process. Paper. There we go. That's a few more rockets for the rocket box. It's a rocket box. Oh, actually that's not a full stack, okay. Pull these up. Sure, why not? That way, if I run into something along the way that I can just use it. At least we have a row and a bit, so we're good for a while. Don't need the iron. Where's the... no. Flesh box, thank you. 9. I am so bad at this. Like, even Fantastic Sherlock Box has his stuff labeled. I don't yet. I hope I'm playing something that's allowed. Give me a second. Yep, I am. Okay. So music today comes to you from a playlist of Happy Tunes, in quotes, Happy Tunes, from an artist by the name of Laser Dice. I was poking around looking for people that were claiming that their own music that they make is perfectly okay to be used for streamers, and came across Laser Dice, and so far it's not that bad. Something a little different anyway. Alright, okay, we don't have any reason to be out here. Do much less stuff. My intent is to have far more stuff, but I can never seem to get myself organized enough to actually do it without manual runs all the time. And manual runs on stream are just... there's a limited tolerance for it. Those are fine. Not much wheat there. Which makes me wonder if I broke it again. Nope, I just wasn't around. Yeah, I'm hearing... okay, yeah, so we're doing fine. So once again, the change I'd made to this part was that it filters underneath these 2 rows here. And so the wheat gets shoved up into this box, and then the seeds get shoved up straight through a composter, and then the Dark Dropper Tower shoves the results of what comes through the composter, the bone meal, up into the chest, so that I end up with far less overloading, because it's not going to be a 1-to-1 bone meal to seeds ratio. And I really should, at some point, actually, put in, I don't know about adding it to this collection, but put in a carrot field, even a manual one, just so that I've got more that I can do with the villagers and breed them, because I haven't actually... I think I used up all my carrots, and I hadn't replaced the farm, so yeah, not good. And we can always breed more cows, but there's no real need for them at the moment. That's what I was doing. Okay. I remember now why I even cared about cows in the first place. I was going to breed them and make a lot of item frames because I don't have a cartographer. Hmm. Give me ouch. Ouch. No, Casual Carrot is an East Coaster who does his own beautiful, awesome streams. And has an amazing carrot patch following. Yeah. I love Casual Carrot to bits. He's lots and lots of fun. But let's see. Can I get anything more in here? Does anything more fit? Okay, so what do I want? Let's take dark blue, I think, and the cyan. Yay! Put them away. Easy enough, you know? Alright, what have we got going? I'm gonna skip the songs by Taylor Swift. We only got one, and I think that's fine. There we go, we can probably do a little better on that one. Still songs, but we're talking about the Rolling Stones now. Most people probably know Satisfaction. I mean, even Devo did a cover of that one. Which is a very strange cover. Ah, yes. That was my... Strangely enough, that was my Nether Tunnel theme a few years ago. When I last played on Dadcraft's Bedrock server. I was having a very moody period, and so my tunnel was all black. Kind of cheesy. I regret the temper tantrum that caused it, but it was kind of fun though to put a quote from that song on the wall. Oops, I don't want to do that. There. It was a lot of fun to put a quote from that song on the wall in the Nether Tunnel, which we don't actually have to do Nether Tunnels on the Java server, which is part of why I think people like CJ, enjoy decorating their frames. It is really sort of a welcoming way of getting people to go from place to place and enjoy their entrance to people's bases. So that's another thing I could work on, is deciding to decorate up my Nether portal. Nope, it did not have a red door because I wanted it painted black. What was I thinking of? I can't recall. I cannot for the life of me remember what I was up to. That's okay. You know what we're going to do in the meantime? We're going to give everybody one of these. There we go. Alright, so if you want to join in the King of the Hill, or Champion of the Hill, sorry, feel free to type !join, and it's just a bit of a generic, cheesy, random battle royale to see who is the King of the Hill. I love it because it's just fun. It's silly. And you get your name on the redeem. What have we got? Okay. Let's go down and see how our hello. see how our mob farm is doing today and see whether or not we've got other mobs in the area that want to try and kill me. Because I had a creeper come by. Because as you can imagine, this is not a perfect place to build. And I had a creeper come by and blow everything up. I didn't say everything, but that's what's left of the creeper madness. Speaking of which, there we go. Yeah, so now I have one little flame that's going the quote-unquote opposite direction. Let's go this way. Take all the stuff. That was easy. So I haven't been around very long. Donuts for everyone! Yay! King Creef. Champion of the Hill. This thing doesn't produce much, but it does what I need, so that's fine. And it occurred to me, hindsight 2020 and all that, I could have chosen to build this thing with its sunshade layer and just put it in the weird little hole just north of my base. That would have made a whole lot more sense. To have built it over here instead. Because there's not much going on in this space. Ow. Like that just dead ends. And then this seems to go on forever, I think. I've been in it. And let's just see. Yeah, so it looks like it dead ends, but it really doesn't. Could probably light up a bunch of this. That might not be a bad idea. Yeah, it just goes and becomes a ton of a pain in the neck. Whoa! I'm really glad I'm not down there in person. Oh, yeah. Like, I should have probably built it over there. That would have made more sense with a lot less lighting up and a lot less going down deep, but we would have had really bad rates, and that's okay. We have really bad rates as it is. But, let's dump the junk. Where's CK when you need them? It's doing marvelous! Marvelous, darling. What am I even saving the flesh for? I got asked on another stream. And I'm saving the flesh simply because... where did I put the spider eyes? I had a spider eye drop. There we go. I'm saving the... Right, that's what it was. No. There we go. I'm saving the flesh for breeding up some more of the clerics that are going to help populate the monastery thing. Abbey. Keep switching terms, it really doesn't matter. So, we still have a lot of eggs to go through. I don't really need a sign for that. We have enough eggs. It's what, 6, okay. So what I'm actually doing is I'm sort of dragging my feet. And then at the top of the hour, we'll see who's up for being raided into, so I can get a stretch, get a bit more of a talk straight, more of a hydrate, that sort of thing. I'll give you guys a free one in the meantime.
2, 4, 6, 8, everybody hydrate!
And I'll try repositioning some of the stuff on screen. I'm not a huge fan of where the pardon me, where the text and stuff is all placed. It's a little bit crowded. I was using the plugin to be part of this little box over here, the Twitch thing, Twitch Bridge. I like it and I don't like it, so I'm not really sure which one I preferred. If I can figure out how, there'll be a poll up in Discord, but I haven't figured that out yet, how. So I got a bot that should do it, I just haven't tried. I don't like to end with, I think I've decided I'm not going to end with 5 minutes of Lego, because That's not what people are here for. So if someone pops in just before the end of the stream, then they get an incorrect impression of what it is we do around here. You. Aside from riding, what are mules good for? You can't really take anything with them, right? Yeah. These guys at least have some sort of space. But the mules don't have much of anything. I'd to a racing pack horse. That'd be kind of fun. Or the fastest mule I could possibly... Not mule, sorry, donkey that I could possibly have. I'd love to be able to put armor on a donkey too. That'd be kind of fun. That would be fun. Okay. Where are we here? I do not yet know what we'll be doing this evening, sorry. Hoping that my voice holds out in between. I think it probably will. But we've made some, yes, progress. We got some sand figured out. I know I need some trees. So what's going to happen for sure is we do need some materials stock up. Part of the reason that I'm actually focusing on materials at the moment is that I know that there's going to be a rush for people to be doing new materials and new things in new places with the update coming up. So as I said, there's some materials that are harder to get, or pardon me, are going to be harder to deal with after the update, so netherite might be on the radar. But also, I just wanted to try and expand opportunities in my palettes. I know that these are meant to be somewhat bland because it's medieval period, but I mean, just because we don't necessarily have a whole lot of remnants left of what the designs and colors and whatever were used back then, doesn't mean they didn't use design and color. That's kind of a Hollywood idea. Everything was black and white and bland. So I want to take a look and see what's available. The other big project we need to get onto, while there's more stuff required at the Abbey, the bigger other project we need to get onto is actually putting in city walls for the portion of this island zone that we're going to take over and make into a town. And that's where, strangely enough, there's going to be more of these guys. But, like, I'm actually hoping to populate it fairly heavily, but I'm actually not going to give most of them certain jobs. So there will be people like a leather worker and stuff that I don't normally need. But I've destroyed the village down here by baiting most of the guys. And if I need to, I'll bait all of these ones over. But it's just a lot easier to breed extras of these ones. So, yeah. We have reached the top of the hour. So I am going to just pop up here. And quickly give a quick turnaround there, and we'll see who we've got live. That may be just starting up, or have been going for a while, but will be liable to be around for a little while. Let's see, what do we do? Ooh. How long have they been on? A bit. Okay. I'm thinking... I think we're going to head ourselves over to Eeny, Meeny, Miny, Mo. What did we do today? Okay. So I'm looking at Minecraft with D&D. Oh, he's actually been up for 3 hours on the nose. That's not great. So have I. Let's head ourselves over to Genfire. So Genfire is playing on Slackville, and I think that would be a great one to drop in on and say hello. Ooh, what is Shinigami playing today? While I would love to support Shinigami, I'm not necessarily sure Hades is a good fit for this community. I think I'm going to stick with Jen just for today. So there are plenty of other good ones out there. If Jen's not to your taste, feel free to drop if need be. But I think we're going to go give Genfire our support today. let's see if I can get that started with the cheat buttons, and then there we go. Ooh, it works.
Mischief managed.
So it's been great catching up with all of you guys. Really had a great time today. Was really glad to be back and able to play. Want to say thank you very much to Harvey for the new follow, and then to Jen, Creef, and Scrublord for spending their points. And thank you to Fantastic Sherlock Fox for being a moderator. Thank you very much to those that hung out and chatted with us today, including Jen, Fantastic Sherlock Fox, Big Harry GM, CJ Bot, Creef, Scrublord, Manky Hamster, B Silver B, and Harvey. So thank you everybody for hanging out, and if you didn't hear your name called, I wanted to say thank you very much to all the lurkers. Every single one of you is appreciated, and your support is always welcome and wonderful. Thank you so much for everybody's assistance and support, and have yourselves a great time at Genfire. I'll be over very shortly. Have yourselves a great time. I'll see you this evening. Bye-bye for now.